Hey everybody, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm bringing you a review of a great new LEGO book called Brick Wonders. Now, this book is by Warren Elsmore, and it's a sequel to his book called Brick City, which I did a review of earlier a few months ago on the YouTube page here, and I'll make sure to link to that review if you've not seen that yet. But this one is called Brick Wonders. It's ancient, modern, and natural wonders made from LEGO. And the format of this book is very similar to his last book. There's a poster at the beginning and the end, and then you move in here. There's some kind of building tips and tricks that he starts off with. Here's a history of LEGO, where to buy LEGO, how to find the bricks you'll need. Building tips here, he's got spheres, all different plate to brick ratio, things like that. CAD modeling if you want to build models on the computer. Freestyle building, some tips there, some instructions tips, how to make instructions. Naming bricks, I thought this was interesting. Goes over some of the names of the bricks, like the 1x1, you know, like obviously you've got 2x4 here and things like that. Some more naming bricks, and then building for strength, so you can learn a little bit about how to build models that are strong and won't fall apart when you try to move them. A practice project here, so this is building a letter that he has the instructions for and everything. This is just to give you a little practice before you start into the major models that are in the book. So keep moving along here. There's the rest of the instructions for the practice model. Some tips on mosaic building. He's got some really cool mosaics in here, and he gives you some cool tips on mosaic building, computer programs that help you with that kind of thing. Sorting and storing. Obviously, this is a major task for any LEGO fan. It always takes a lot of time to sort and store your bricks correctly, and so he gives you a lot of cool tips and tricks on that as well. And then online resources, so things like Rebrick, LEGO Cuso, Rebrickable, and sites like that, and LEGO fan sites. He talks a little bit about that as well. And now getting into the main part of the book, which is the models with instructions. He starts off with the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and some of the models that go along with that. So here's the Great Pyramid. Some really cool shots here of them building a LEGO version of it. The Sphinx. Really awesome LEGO Sphinx here. Obviously something like that Sphinx is so large, you can't include instructions to build that whole thing. So he included a mini Sphinx with instructions to build that instead. Then here's a Scarab, continuing with the Egyptian theme. And now here's the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, another 7 wonders of the ancient world build, and some more really great photos here. All the photos are really high quality in this book. That's one of the things I loved about his previous book, and along with this one as well. Really great photos. Here's some Greek ships, and fountain in a tree. Just small little builds, but cool little builds if you ever need like a fountain or a tree for a build. Some neat stuff there. Statue of Zeus, really neat build. Keep going through some more here. Zeus's Thunderbolt, right here. And then a monument. The immense temple here, he talks a little bit about that. Some more cool shots of the temple. And then he just gives you instructions to build a small part of a temple here with some columns, and obviously he doesn't have instructions for the entire temple, but you can base it off of these. An altar, small little micro altar build. Keep going through here with some more. You've got a Trojan horse. That's really cool there. You can see the little minifig inside there about to jump out. He gives you instructions on how to build the Trojan horse as well. Chariot and Colossus of Rhodes. Some more ancient wonders of the world and mini Colossus. Instructions for that. Lighthouse at Alexandria. Really impressive build there. I love some of these larger builds, even though he doesn't include instructions for all of them. Some of these larger builds are really neat. And then little boats and water equipment. Some more historic wonders. Here's the Great Wall of China. Long winding wall. You got the kind of the tan and brown wall against the dark green outset there. Really interesting, impressive build. Chinese dragon you can build. Some Chinese themed builds here. Chinese pagoda. And then Machu Picchu, some more buildings like that in Peru. There's the Machu Picchu train, which you'll take if you ever visit there. A condor, small little build, but a neat build. The Old London Bridge, this was interesting, and one thing I like about this book is that there's a lot of cool historical facts and things like that you learn throughout reading this book. So some information about the Old London Bridge and stuff like that. All these wonders have some interesting facts that go along with them. Medieval house. Some more smaller micro builds here. Shuttle bus. Some more cool temple builds. Here's a camel. Nice little small camel build. Looks neat. Some nice coloring there. Stonehenge. A really great build of Stonehenge here. Shows some of the builders at work and what it might have looked like as they were working on it. Then gives you a plow, pig pen, some other older stuff like that, a roundhouse. Some more monuments and temples here. Small vehicles. And this next part of the book is actually modern wonders. So these are wonders that, like such as this, modern medicine, just things like that that today we might take for granted, but really are some incredible things. Syringe, antibiotics, Panama Canal. Impressive build there. Then you've got shipping containers, stuff like that. Here's Mount Rushmore. Really great build of Mount Rushmore. Hoover Dam. Really impressive dam, and a really cool build here as well. The way he was able to achieve this. The battery and the light bulb, small things like that, just modern wonders. Wind turbines. Instructions for this full wind turbine. Modern communication, you've got a TV camera, a radio, transportation, so airports, planes, things like that. And airport steps, steam locomotive, Model T Ford, so you're getting into cars and things. Then you have the internet here. So this is one of the mosaics that he talked about earlier, his internet mosaic showing how the internet is worldwide. Some more shots of that. Tablet computers, iPads, things like that. He's actually got some nice instructions. The Twitter bird, I thought this was a cool build, and he actually said this was one of the hardest to do in the entire book, just to get all the curves and the angles right. It was one of the hardest for him to build for this and then make instructions for. But I think it came out really nice. The International Space Station. Space Shuttle, getting into some space exploration here. Natural wonders, so some more cool mosaic building here. Weather balloon. A snowmobile, penguins. The Great Barrier Reef, that's a really impressive build right there. All the different fish and coral on the sea. Clownfish. Maybe if you want to do like a Finding Nemo build. Butterfly fish. The Grand Canyon. Similar to his Great Wall of China build in some ways, it's just a lot of little tiles and things make it a lot more detailed. Helicopter, nice little micro helicopter with instructions. A raft, cool raft. Mountain climbing here, some really cool shots as well. You can build a little mini mountain there. Have your minifig on top. The Swiss flag and Swiss penknife. African savanna. Animals. 4x4 vehicle. Hot air balloon basket. Keep moving through here. Vietnamese boat. So all over the world, different models. Niagara Falls. Another really impressive build. Going over the falls in a barrel there. Made of the Mist boat. Barrel ride. And so that's the end of those. Then you've got another poster here at the end. And the posters all leaves a surprise, so if you buy the book, I don't want to give everything away in it, but really impressive book here by Warren Elsmore. This is Brick Wonders. Definitely encourage you to check it out, and thanks for watching.